Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 6th day of January 29th day of TEVES, which means that you're coming up on Rosh Chodesh. Rosh Chodesh is going to be Sunday night and Monday. Please remember all of those special editions in your davening. We're going to end our unit now on how we don't follow in the ways of the non-Jews around us and when this does and doesn't apply. Great example of this that just passed us was does a good Orthodox Jew celebrate Thanksgiving? Is that considered like following in the ways of the non-Jews around you? So Rav Belsky said that a good way for an Orthodox Jew to celebrate Thanksgiving is, yeah, you can have a Thanksgiving meal. Thanksgiving is a very, very Jewish practice. It's at the core of our name, Modeh, Hoda'ah, Modim, Moda'ani. That's all at the core of the name of Yehuda or Yehudi or Jew. So Thanksgiving is definitely in our blood. And he says if at your Thanksgiving feast you want to have like your main intentions to be being very thankful for the host nation well, I'm talking from the United States or anyone who lives in a wonderful Western country where you're free to practice your religion and everything. And if you want to show thankfulness to the country that helps you follow a free way of life, a safe way of life, a Jewish way of life, so freedom to practice your religion and the pursuit of everything that you want in your life. He says that's an appropriate way to celebrate a Thanksgiving dinner. But just straight up to be copying exactly what the nations around us do, that's not the appropriate way to celebrate Thanksgiving. Be thankful for all the good that you have, and yeah, that's a wonderful idea. That's how Rav Belsky views a Jew celebrating Thanksgiving. Now, on to a very different topic, but also has to do with can we copy the non Jews around us? When visiting a grave, is it appropriate to put flowers at the grave? So, there are a lot of poskim that frown upon this practice because it's basically a non Jewish practice. Um, the Yabia Omer stands out as saying that someone who wants to put flowers at a grave, yesh al mi lismoch. They have somewhat, like there is some um, backup to what they're doing because there seems to be something okay about doing it. But I'm getting a lot of my halachas from, I always show you this book here, Halachically Speaking. That's Rav David Leibowitz, and he says it's not our custom. It's just not, in his opinion, not the Jewish custom to put flowers at graves. Um, it is a very Jewish custom to leave a little stone over the gravestone. Each stone that's there is symbolic of another person having visited the grave, and when you see a lot of them, you know that another person has visited and honored this deceased, and another one, another one, another one. But flowers is not the way. Incidentally, putting the picture of the deceased on the gravestone, that also is a non-Jewish custom. It's not something that Jews should follow. The poskim are all firm on that one. The Chassam Sofer mostly strongly says that. And lastly, what about going to the celebrations of big stadiums, Super Bowl things, and things like that? Is that like following in the ways of the non-Jews? So the poskim do say that going to a stadium and watching a game is not. If you do that, you're not really guilty of following in the ways of the non-Jews around you. But you do have a lot of other considerations that you'll have to think about, and that is it modest there? Is everything that your eyes are going to see the things that a good Jewish person's eyes should see? And you'd have to protect yourself against that. You'd have to make sure that you're amongst a crowd that's just appropriate in every way that a Jew should run their life. And so you're not going to catch me saying, yes, it's permissible to go to the football game or not. But you do have to not consider following in the ways of the non-Jews, but you do have to consider how can I do this in a way where I will violate no halacha. Because after all, we're Orthodox Jews and we want to follow halacha, and that should be foremost in all of your decision making when going to any sporting event. Okay, thanks for logging on. Have a very good Chodesh. Remember Sunday night and Monday to say all of your Rosh Chodesh things, and very good Chodesh. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.